What's going on, guys? My name is Jeffrey. Welcome back to Reactions, and today we're reacting to Zayn Yellow Metal Cathartic lyric video. This is 24-minute rap. I'm going to be trying to do my best because he talks about a lot of issues from my understanding. Try to do my best to add and give my opinion and understanding of it. I do major in political science. I know he's probably not going to be talking about American politics, but I think some of the issues he'll be talking about, just because it's not American, it still can apply to America, and I think that will be great. So I'll be trying to, this is gonna be a long video. I'm just saying this is gonna be literally like a 35-minute video. I'm literally gonna listen to this entire thing in this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. A lot of people requested this, so if you're new here, definitely subscribe and click the like button. Hope everyone has a beautiful day, and the iCarly song is stuck in my head and I want to sing it super bad right now, but okay, let's do this. Alright, so I was going to start it on that lyric video. I did start it a little bit, but then I changed my mind. I wanted to do a different lyric video because that one was like split in half, so that's why you're going to see like in the intro a different, because I wanted to do it this one. I was going to use that lyric video, like I watched like the first two screens, and then I was like, you know what, it's like cut in half, so let's do this one instead. I do love this beat though. I think the beat's super sick.
Dark matter like paint splatters that fit better. They all saying the way it goes. Better the devil you do than you don't know. I hit pedals and switch levers, my heart metal. I can't settle, I'm part of trouble and not subtle. That's so,
I love that. I hit pedals and switch levels, my heart metal. That's such a sick bar.
Fuck good, so fuck cuddles, burst bubbles. The thirst levels at new highs. I down doubles and got.
Damn, that actually burst bubbles the thirst levels at new heights. That's fire. That's insane. Okay, Zayn, I see you. I see you, bro. I see you.
Felt muddled, the force strong and your flaws wouldn't. The thought might, but the fit wouldn't. A fortnight, and I thought, right, it's all bark and there's no bite. I'm Tony Stark, still embarking on a dream. Took a bit of time to take darkness from the team. Seen what I seen, heartless on the sleeve. Tried to burn my wings, so I put them in a piece on my chest. At peace, no rest. Flip this on its head. Rip the scripture up now, flipping, don't intend. Slipping shit again. Fakers all around me, how they living in pretense. Fake friends what make amends. There's no need, these mean queens control the scenes. Attention seekers, the spamming's weak and the spamming news. What the family need and the planet bleeds. The damaged trees, it's never leaving till we ascend. So fuck the fence, until they stop killing colours. Fuck the feds. You must be.
Damn, bro, damn, he's going insane. I love the way he talks about the like people like attention seeking and going through all that, like all the fake people that have been around him and going through that, and then kind of talking about like basically climate change, right? Like the planet bleeds, the damaged trees. I thought it was super interesting too. I love the way he's like so unfiltered now. I think like the one of the big issues in One Direction is like they talked about sex, but like in a way where like people just didn't, like if you're listening to the song on the radio, you wouldn't know, because they use metaphors and everything for everything. But I love now, like now that he's out, he can just literally, he's just I fucked her, I fucked good, like he doesn't give a fuck anymore. And I think that's one of the coolest parts of watching him grow as a person and artist, is that he can just basically, like, he has the ability to just sing about and talk about whatever he really wants now. This might not be what he could, like, I doubt he would, like, they'd allow him to drop rap, you know what I mean? But at least he's able to drop rap away from his, like, technically like his studio albums, so he could still do this. I don't know if they'd even let him do that in One Direction. So it's really interesting. It's always been fun to watch him grow, and I think he's been probably the most politically active out of the five. I think there has, like, doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't expect any entertainer to ever be politically active. I think it's no one's responsibility. If they want to be, I think that's absolutely amazing, and I always support them. If they don't want to be, I'll absolutely support them. I think a lot of why he's so, I think, politically active, I think, is because he was definitely the person of color, and he went through the racism and xenophobia, and as a Muslim there, he got a lot attacked for that a lot, and he went through a lot of issues. I think that's why he's been so politically active. And then now with like Palestine and them going through what they're going through, like literally Israel is displacing from their homes and attacking them, and literally trying to commit genocide against their people. I think then now it's like definitely he's even took a step. Like he doesn't tweet at all, he doesn't post on Instagram, but what he does, it was really that. So I have a lot of respect for him. Now he's talking about climate change. Like he's always been the most politically active. He's one of the most politically active artists on, and he doesn't even really like do any media or like interviews or anything. That's the funniest part, is that he I love that too, is that he literally, when he does say something, it's like very rare, but if he does say something, it's like important. Like he ends up just like, he just hates like the attention, you know what I mean? Like he hates attention, but he just wants to make music and just feel, let's say what he feels. It's really cool.
Fuck the fence until they stop killing colours. Fuck the fence. You must be off it, I mean it, you know you hate. Never guilty, you're judging. I used to dread growing my beard too long. Never felt I belonged, but it's been long like a minute.
And I used to dread growing my beard too long. Never felt like I belonged.
Looking to know my...
That's like such a, I think that's, I don't know if that's like relating to like his I think that's like going through probably like racism against, I don't know what race he's, what race would he be? So he's Pakistani. I wasn't sure. That's definitely because I feel like Middle Easterns, like they, you know, they like grow their beard long, especially for him in like a country where he's in the UK, where it's a very white country, right? And you definitely, if you like grow your beard long, it's like you're looked at as like, it's a lot of racism, right? Like just that's the image. That's the image. I remember growing up, literally, you just see. Like that would be what you're like your standard Middle Eastern person, and then they'd have the Middle Eastern person doing terrible stuff, and then it's just really bad. It's like ingrained in you younger. But like that never felt like I belonged. Like if you grew that beard, you're like, yeah, I think that's what he's going with. But then that would make sense. I would be wary, especially for his like for who he was, to grow his beard long too, just because the racism he was experiencing. I'm sure he still experiences. But yeah.
For the lyrics, they're feeling timid. I'm telling them who they mimic while healing them like a clinic. Confused why they get no women. Still we just fucking girls. Lost in the wrong world. Jurassic now to these vermin. Kicking your game, I'm serving. These losers are never learning. My fire's forever burning. Adding it to my fuel. Seems like I'm always focused on never becoming you. These locusts are always feeding. This lotus was for a reason. I'm seeing my new beginnings. Watch out, these losers winning in waters too deep to swimming. Like combat, I see me killing. I'm mortal without a limit. Flawless and feeling lawless. They're prison now to the gimmicks. My vision is set this summit. I'm watching you bitches plummet. No matches enough on my cunning. You rappers are feeling done in. Switching your genre, running your jaw, stunting, pulling at straw, something.
I love that he's not a rapper at all, and he's talking so much shit in this about rappers. I was wondering where he was going, like when he was talking shit about people, or like just talking shit in general about people. It could be about a specific person. I don't know if he has beef with anyone really, but it's like, I'm watching you bitches, no matches here for my cunning. You rappers are feeling like, I love that. Like he's just like, that's what you do in rap, that you like talk shit, and like I love how authentic this is. It doesn't feel like some dude that makes like what made was like in One Direction is doing that. It's not like cringe, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of people that they do something and then they try to rap, and then it's like it just feels super cringe. It doesn't, just because like their prior experience. I think the rap scene is very, you don't touch it for certain reasons. I think you grow up in that atmosphere. I don't know. It's like he's not making it cringe at all. Actually, it feels like he's a rapper. So I think I love this so far.
Effort, definite tone, definite attitude, shitty separate living. I'm in my element, guarding it like a sentinel. Never lose me to fentanyl. Scared when I take a Benadryl. Keeping it green in general. Think you remain irrelevant. Look at yourself with reverence.
That's I love that. I love that. So like I love he's very in depth with rap culture. So in rap culture, definitely you have these rappers just dying for literally the stupidest reasons. I know like a lot of them are depressed. They come up from bad family upbringings. That's really what starts it. It's not like, you know, and there's just it's prevalent. Like people think it's like cool to like do these drugs, and then these rappers are literally overdosing on these drugs. And it's so sad to see that they're wasting. There's so much potential, right? They're like millionaires, and they're just doing these stupid things. I love that. Never lose me fentanyl. Scared when I took a Benadryl. Like, keeping it green in general is very like I love the anti-drug message, you know, because there's like there's a reason people do it, right? Clearly, so I can't say there's no reason. Clearly people are very hurt, people are down, and they want to do it. But I want to say there's no reason, even though, because I feel like you can there's help, especially these people. There's well, they're I don't introvert. I don't know. I can't explain it, but I love the anti. You know, I feel like there's a better way to get through that than doing hardcore drugs like
When I
that.
take a Benadryl, keeping it green in general, think you remaining relevant. Look at yourself with reverence, hoping to always elevate. Celibate of these thoughts, filling themselves with sedatives. In comparison,
Yeah, killing themselves with sedatives, man. That's so true, dude.
You're feeling feminine, politically correct, still joking.
I love he went Eminem then unpolitically correct. Yeah.
And I never gave a fuck what they say about my shit. I've been moving things in my mind like is this Mountain Dew. Memories made me wonder.
I've been moving things in my mind like this, man, dude.
What's the purpose that you do this? What you're hoping that they learn? I'd like to say I'm done with this getting up on my nerve. I'm looking at my life saying what do I deserve? It's hard to say I know when we're walking through the dirt. Talking what do nothing I can see for what it's worth. I'm tired of feeling hurt and I've tried and nothing works. I'm racking up excuses while I'm slacking off at work. Shit chatting is the usual. I'm talking with this.
Dude, I'm racking up excuses while I'm slacking off of work. Bro, chit chatting is the usual. Like, I feel that, bro. Dude, I swear, man, I need to quit. I just need to sit here and like I make up the excuse. I'll be like, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll wake up early, and then I never wake up early. And then it's just so bad. I need to quit like making excuses, just, you know, slack off of the work. It's
I beg you don't include me. I might write it on my shirt so that every time they see me that they always know to swerve. Your life is potent, did some fuck shit till they took notice. Weren't no hocus pocus, it was hard work that got me heard. So I put in the graph like Google Maps got the whole earth. Writing rhymes until my dome hurt, taking over like the Romans. Rolling dirt up on Mars like the rover, brain exploding like Joanna's hematoma. Don't need to see a slammer to know why they wanna go, man. I'm a showman, I'm just focused on the drum. I need the words to judge for me, because it was unfold like I got my own insurance to show myself up paid while
dude, that's so sick. I'm just focused on the drama, like I've got my own insurance, bro. Like he's got that, like he's got that's so sick. Show myself the paint box in the front. That's so fire. I love how much, like, I think Unfuckwittable on Nobody Is Listening is such a dope song, because you don't hear that in, which is more of an R&B album, of course, but even though, like, you don't hear, like, that's like that was such a rap song to me. Like, it had so many rap elements. It's R&B, the song, but it had so many rap, like, that to me was a rap song, just like, because that's what you do. Like, I love that he's like really, like, he just seems like he loves like making like the rap R&B style of music. I think it's so cool. It's so much different from the original, like what he was doing, right? Is he gonna change up the whole fucking beat? Suggested Kendrick Lamar.
Don't just a bum with a cigarette. Sun coming up, all my thoughts on the internet, feeling deep. I'm just bored with the silhouettes intersect. Get fucked up for the thrill of it. Kill a street playing Pac-Man. Like I came from the Philippines. Vanilla bean, still a thing for the thriller scene. Facility, laser beam, UFO, leave it well alone. I ain't moving, stood still on a Peloton. Telephone and it's always on.
Yo, Pelotons are pretty dope, by the way. I want a Peloton.
It's been a while since I smiled at a milestone. Seen a big pile in my mind stone. Me against the world on my Jack Jones, like I'm John Jones with the bitches in.
I love J-O-N, by the way. I love he's talking about the UFC. I think he was the UFC, as we know. He was like, he tweet when he does go on. I love the most random thing. Like, it'll be like a random night, and then like if UFC, and he'll like hop on Twitter, talk about the UFC. I think it's so deep that it's been a while since I've smiled at a milestone. I think, dude, that was one of the hardest things. I think, especially for like him, like at the earliest point in his career, he like accomplished literally, not solely, but you know, he basically accomplished, like, he was literally technically, because he was a part of the biggest artist on the planet, right? And it's all like, how do you feel accomplished after, and like hit those milestones after, like, it's smile once you hit a milestone. How can you even smile, because you were literally at that high, you were one of the most famous, well, he still is most famous, but like at that scale, you know what I mean? He was just so high. Then even after he got out, and then his music was doing like Pillow Talk and Just Till, he was just doing insane, right? And it's like, then it's kind of like that period where everybody, like all the Five Boys, like went into that period where people start kind of, I guess, just like moving on. You know, there's of course so many people that are still there, right? So many people, but it's just not the scale as it once was, right? And it's like kind of, it's like how do you deal with that? It's very difficult to deal with that. I could imagine, you know what I mean? Like so many people go through that, they hit that peak, and then it's like they try to like reinvent themselves and hit that peak again. You know what I mean? I love this. I love how real it is. I love he talks about UFC.
Condor, far from John Doe, in the ponder, like a Johnny Bravo, got bravado with the small dick sitting in Galados, feeling fine.
Yo! By the way, the screen went black for me too. That one's it.
Come and get me if you bear lifts on the top floor, cloud 9 fading, never bailing, felt amazing, inhaling till my lungs, 2 guns blazing, overcome all the stunts that I pull. A suit of just skin and then wool. This life, it don't give you no armor. A lot on this earth that can harm you. I swear on what's good that I'm here till they take me. I pray that I'm wrinkled at least over 8. Started moving like a ruler. Diamonds on computer.
I love that. So this life doesn't give you no armor. A lot of myself can harm you. I swear on what's good. That's why I'm here till they take me. I pray that I'm wrinkled. This life doesn't give you no armor. A lot of myself can harm you. I swear on what's good that I'm here till they take me. I pray that I'm wrinkled, at least over 80, and start moving like a ruler. Damaged like a computer going fast. Damaged like a dude. That's so. I love how deep this is. It's like some of it's depressed, but it's like, you know, he's just really telling his thoughts in this. Life doesn't give me no armor. A lot of myself can harm you. I feel like 80, at least over 80. I feel like 80's, yeah. 80 is good. Good age.
From the jeweler, bring a sandwich to the beach, you know, hope I find it tuna. Rex free too, man, I should have reached sooner. Bringing up rap with some shouting out Luna. Fucking trapper killing rappers like tunas.
You talked about like killing Rahan.
Find it tuna. Rex free too, man, I should have reached sooner. Bringing up rap with some shouting out Luna. Fucking trapper killing rappers like tunas.
I couldn't understand the last. You're like killing rappers, something. I'm pretty sure.
Grab a bat, lose my rag. Couple things got me mad. Couple people got me wrong. Now I'm changing up the swag. Coming in and stealing it. I might take the whole bag. Feeding on the feeling. I'm a beast with a reason. I'ma lead the whole pack. Fearless like I'm Caesar. I'm just waiting for a chance. Filling up with diesel ain't all I've been achieving. Clocking miles in this region. Moving like a legion. Promise that I made to myself an allegiance. Do you still believe I'm a fool forever leaving? Staring at the ceiling. Can never put a cap on achieving. I'm just here for the rap, then I'm leaving.
Promise that I made myself to. Do you still believe I'm a fool forever leaving? Starving at the ceiling. Can never put a cap on achieving. I'm just here for the rap, and I'm leaving. Holy shit, he's really, dude, he's actually pretty good at rapping. I was weird. I was like, how good is it really, can it really be? You know what I mean? I was like, in my mind, definitely before doing this, I was like, bro, I like, you know, rap's such a thing that's like actually really hard to touch and master. I mean, dude, I like I said, I don't want to talk about One Direction the entire time, right? Because that's like, he passed that. But it's like, do you still believe in full believing, staring at the ceiling, can never put a cap on achieving? That's so true, though. Can never put a cap on achieving. Like, you can keep achieving stuff. Like, you can never cap, like, you just keep going, right? You literally just keep going. And that's what makes people so depressed a lot of the times, is that literally there's never a cap on it. So it's like, you keep going. That's why you see these people that are fucking, like Jeff Bezos, that are super fucking rich, because literally there's no cap on it, right? You just keep fucking going. You just keep. The dude probably, what probably makes him happy? That's why he's going to space now. That's literally why he's going to space next month. Because literally he has all the money, like but now it's like, he's like got to do more stuff. Now he has to keep getting crazier. He literally has the most money in the world, and that's still not good enough for him. He has to go to space now, because literally you can never put a cap on achieving.
Had about enough being my own enemy. It's this time I grew up
I love that. I've had enough about being my own enemy. I'm literally my worst enemy is literally myself, and just like sitting there with my thoughts.
17. Always went against the grain, struggles in my life. Got some things to say when I stand up on the mic. I ain't dropping this for fame. I need this time like therapy. It's just to keep me sane.
I love that. I ain't dropping this for fame. I just need this time like therapy. Literally, what I've talked about already, like how this is just him, like kind of like talking about whatever he's been going through, and like this is the most, I feel like this is the best way for him, like as a musician, a lot of them like they write and they make this music, they make music as like therapy, right? And I think a lot of like the music he makes, I feel like you can make it as therapy, right? But I feel like this is the best way, because I think rap, you can just literally let it all out, like literally line by line by line by line by line, and keep going. And I love how this is like 24 minutes, right? This is like this is like his journal, bro. This is, I don't know how long he wrote this for, but I love how just authentic this is.
The truth is you're my medicine, can't put that on your plate. Speeding into everything, about time I fix the brakes. Don't say I can't communicate, you know I conversate with you in several different ways. And I know you know it's reverence as I'm looking at your face. Can't justify mistakes, like every man that made them seems I ain't the one to blame. Lying to myself, only had so much to gain, so now I'm switching up the play. See if that affects the place I'm at on most days. I ain't going with the usual, so they're looking at me strange. Confused that I can feel it all, I'm here to make the change. It's cold at 3 AM outside, I'm walking with the dog. Thanking God that you don't talk at all, my mind is switching off. Try every time to find myself, cause I've been getting lost. Lived a selfish life and said that I can give a toss. Lessons that I've learned, I've tried teaching to myself. And what I've learned from certain people is that they're better than myself. So surround myself with real ones and you feel the plastic melt. Like burning toy soldiers that used to go up on the shelf. Recycled ideas, conveying on the belt.
I wonder if that's a reference to Eminem, like, you know, toy soldier. I think that's literally, so I surround myself with real ones and you feel the plastic melt. Those burning toy soldiers that used to go up on the shelf, that's literally a Eminem song, Toy Soldiers. And then recycled the ideas conveying on the belt, like it's idea, you're like recycling the idea, like conveying on the belt, all these recycled. But then also like the toy soldier, it might not be a reference, but it's like, you know, these like literally like a toy soldier is conveying on the belt, like recycled that idea of it. So I surround myself, that's so sick how we went from plastic melt, toy soldiers, and the recycled ideas conveying them. That's so sick, man.
Toy soldiers that used to go up on the shelf, recycled ideas conveying on the belt. Man, it's nothing new, the circus always hurting how we felt. Embarrassed that we dreamt of bigger things with this relent. Ain't letting go of notions till we feel them in cement. Tired of only hoping we feel like broken men, cause the gravity is weight and it's kept us to the ground. See the only people speaking ones with favors in their mouths. Killer, rhymezilla, no fillers like Godzilla. Eating clouds cause my smoke sticker. Throat liquor, my dope sicker. Bringing people their hope like I'm the
I love he talks about smoking, that's so funny.
I hope you're getting the point because I walk bigger. I thought my city was shit because I want bigger. Like my cig up in my...
That's so true. I thought my city was shit because I want bigger. And then you move to a city and it's like you literally like it's not any better. Like everywhere is like it's like not the same, but it's the same still. The people, I guess, right? Because you want to go to a big city and you're like, you think you can do all this and like, but it's like really what makes something a place is like the people around you, no matter what. Like you can, I love that. I thought my city was shit was because I want bigger. That's so true, man. And then you get there and it's like, oh man, I like my zipper couldn't zip. That's so fucking cool.
Fed up with the lip, don't take the mic, my love is fickle. This digital age has a primitive face. I see demise for your limited ways, left it to simmer. Similar ways, a straight pillar with fake glimmer in the haze. Feeling trapped, this industry is a cage.
Yeah, it is a fucking cage, man. It is a cage.
Nobody's speaking the truth. I'm offended by the state. Look at the state of the news. I'm this side of the argument, reciting my views while they're inciting the hate. I'm feeling pressure to choose. Standing here as one man. How can I be half when you're half the person I am? If it wasn't in your life, you didn't choose it.
So I was wondering if he's gonna go on more about the news. I think so. Nobody's speaking the truth. Offended by the state. Look at the state of the news. That's so sick. I'm offended by the state. Look at the state of the news. I think that's right. Side of the argument, reciting my views. I love that. I've decided the argument, decided my views while they've been sat in their chairs. I'm feeling pressure to choose. So I love that he goes, I've decided the argument, reciting my views. I think, it's definitely, I could relate this definitely to like the Palestinian and Israel conflict, as most of the news that comes in about that is very pro-Israel. Like the most, like there's a couple of countries that are on the side of the Palestinian people. There's very few though, but most of the world is very pro-Israel, and especially like the United States. As like literally, if you can convince the United States to be on your side, bro, like you're kind of fucked, because the United States is such a powerhouse, especially with news media, that like they sway people so much. And like with how many allies the United States has, that like no, there's not a lot of countries, if you're, especially like most of the world is allies with the United States, like if you're ally of that country, you're not gonna like go and speak out and be like, United States is wrong on this one. You're just gonna literally, you're probably just gonna shut the fuck up and just not care about it, and just keep taking the money and just like keep funneling. You know what I mean? They don't, everyone's allies. Usually allies don't speak out against each other. So you just kind of, yeah.
Citing my views while they're inciting the hate. I'm feeling pressure to choose. Standing near as one man. How can I be half when you're half the person I am? If it wasn't in your life, you didn't choose it. It's the funny thing about music. We turn pain into beauty. Don't give a fuck what my suit is. It looks good, so I wear it. Better than the shit that we was wearing. Changing the whole narrative for these basics is scary. See, I've been facing the racists from back when I was a kiddie. Born up in 93, living in Bradford City. They kicked me out of the school. Said I had a problem with hitting the kids that would call me Packy. Still sitting in the classroom.
Yeah. Damn, that's the only thing I feel like the beard thing I'm still thinking about. That's got to be like because he's a Pakistani, and like growing out your beard is like, people are like, oh my fucking god, like you're like this terrible person, right? Because they see like this image, they have this image of what like a terrorist looks like, you know what I mean? So it's like fucking he's like, and he doesn't feel like he belongs. That's so sad. And it's like he's felt like that since he like was born, and he grew up in this. UK's it's very people say America's racist. Well, America has like so many fucking racist people. So does the UK, bro. UK is really fucking bad. It's really bad too.
Now that I'm older, because I see that they treat us different. Got me thinking I'm the problem because they never dealt with these issues. 20 years later, I'm still in the same boat, trying to treat me like my grandpa say I came up off the boat. Came to tell you what I stand for, man, I think this shit a joke. How can I be civil when they got me by the throat? Pushing my feelings down, you ain't got it like them, boy, your skin is so light. Okay, motherfucker, take my name up on a flight. Try convince immigration that your bloodline's half white. I don't know how that's acceptable. One life is more susceptible to perception being the death of them. I've been looking at this.
Yeah, so I love the immigration line. I think my boy, your skin is so light. Okay, motherfucker, take my name up on a flight. Try to convince immigration that your bloodline's half white. I think I love how anti-immigration people are. I think that's one of the fucking weirdest things in the world, is like being anti-immigrant, because, well, I know why they're anti-immigrant, because their life sucks. They feel like that's the reason why their fucking life sucks. You know, you saw it with you saw like the biggest case of it with of course like Nazi Germany and like Hitler, and being like, look, it's the Jews, that's why your fucking life sucks. And people don't like accepting it, that it's yourself doing it. And people just want to be like, oh wow, look at you know, especially in America, I think just like wow, look at all these look at people from the southern border, which are prevalently Mexican, be like, wow, look at these Mexicans, they're fucking they're sticking our jobs, they're criminals. When it's literally they're just people that are going through terrible time in their country, and they're here for a better life, and then they work in these fields and just terrible jobs, right? They don't get benefits, they don't get health care, they literally are working, they're paying taxes, by the way, too, and not benefiting the taxes because they're undocumented, and they're dealing with all this racism. And it's like, what the fuck do you like want them to do? Do you want them just to like sit in their country and like be, or do you want to help their country and then they don't have to feel need there? But then people are like, oh no, you don't help their country either, this is America, we don't need to step in. It's like, what the fuck do you want from them? Like, what do you want? And it's like same way UK, I think, and the same way with like Brexit and like leaving European Union, because all these immigrants, that these refugees actually that need help, they're like, oh, we're not gonna fucking take them, you know, and be just completely racist towards these people. And yeah, man, and nobody really talks about this in music, because I feel like there's not a lot of, from like American standpoint, as I don't know if there's any really like Middle Eastern artists or like Pakistani art. Like, I don't know. From my experience, I don't know. I don't think I've listened to really music like this. So Yeah, American, I feel like keeps it. They keep music very non-political. I feel like. Okay, let's keep.
My name upon a flight, try convince immigration that your bloodline's half white. I don't know how that's acceptable. One life is more susceptible to perception being the death of them. I've been looking at the sky saying, where's that day of reckoning? You had your prophets right when they said that you would speak to them. I needed justice in this life and I would trust that this my fight. Cause when I'm writing it feels right to have them focused on the facts again, focused on the rap again, hoping for the change, gonna put this on the map again. Writing in all caps again, the pain it goes through me, so I write the letter. All the shit that could have brought me but made me better. Like Kintsugi paint me gold, I'm at home with a pain in my soul. You rap home in pain, cause you know I've been too real to contest it. My time was invested, now I look upon the industry, I see it infested. Looking like kids who would grab them and that's quick. My name ain't on the list unless they label it ethnic. I ain't never gave a fuck.
Damn, that's so So that's definitely that's gotta be fucking like tight. That's like gotta be shot maybe like the Grammys. Like my name I on the list unless they label it ethnic. And dude, that's so like I think the industry he's still I think going on that like the Grammys and like what people are awarded with, and it's more prevalently white artists. And yeah, like he's made all this music the past 6 years, and he's like he feels like there's no like he has not gotten anything like rewarded for that, but like they'll label it like if he's like if it's for ethnic reasons, then he'll be on the list for sure, and they'll like use that. That's what they'll try to get you with, by the way, too. That's like what the Grammys just did. Fucking so BTS didn't win an award. They definitely should have won an award, right? And then what they're doing now is they added another award. It's like a new one that's like international or some shit. And what they do is like they're like, okay, look, we'll give them an international one that really in their eyes doesn't fucking matter, right? But they'll do that, and then they'll let them win and be like, hey, look, you won a Grammy. And they'll try to do that. That's what they'll try to do. And like him complaining, I want to be surprised, dude, if they add a fucking award and then like give it to like a him and be like, look, you won a Grammy. But then like the Grammy that they added doesn't matter. They just added this year just so people don't complain, and then they'll give like the main awards to the people they've been giving it to continuously, because that's what they think matters. So rap I think is rap goes. They do rap dirty at the Grammys also. They do that type of music just because it's heavily prominently African American. They do not respect rap. It's a bunch of old white men. Like, what the fuck they rating and judging on rap for? They should never like, I would never put myself in a situation where I'm sitting there trying to understand a culture and be like, okay, well, this rapper, I think they're the best. Like, how can you as an old white man, be even a white person, try to judge a heavily prominent African American artistry and be like, okay, this you just can't, because you don't understand the culture. I don't understand the culture. There's a culture with it. You know what I mean? It's okay. Let's keep going, bro. Let's keep going.
Jokers and jesters ain't no answers for these things, so just save us the questions. Man, allow the violence, cause my silence is deafening. Your opinion stinks. Someone get him a breath mint. Start to understand why they think that I'm threatening. I'm moving certain ways, couldn't slow me with ketamine. Now they all wanna hear me. Got a table at Letterman. Direction changed like I changed up the lettering. Don't believe
that's so sick. Go to a table like Letterman. Or go to a table at Letterman. Direction changed like I changed up the lettering.
I move like a veteran, raised on the benefit.
I love that. Don't believe the age. I'm raised like a veteran. That's so sick.
They'll never learn shit, man, if the shoe fits. And to be honest, it's insulting, offensive to my wounds that were insulting. Trying to ask me questions that they know I'd never answer. I'd rather sit online and reply to the fan art. Fuck a sports car coming.
See, I love that, going at kind of like, I love that so much. So that they've been insulting, trying to ask me questions that they know I never answer. Literally, if he tries to do an interview, bro, they'll literally ask the same fucking things about, they'll be like, yo, so why did you leave One Direction? Or they'll try to find something about his personal life that he clearly, why would you ever want to answer? Or something about his path that literally you could tell in his interviews what he doesn't want to talk about. Like, like he wants to leave that, and I'd rather sit in line and reply to the fan art. Like, that's so true. Like, you want to literally reply to like your actual fans and talk to them, and that's what the power of social media is. That's why interviewers and like news media hate social media, is because, especially the industry, like music industry, they hate it because music industry is so they have so much a connection with news media that they can funnel all this information and like try to leak stuff and put them with interviewers and put up the interviews and then, like tell the interviews to like legitimately ask questions. And like where social media is like you can just like have a connection with your fans and talk to your fans, and that's the best part of it. You know what I mean? That's why YouTubers and a lot of these rappers that are coming up without industry and coming up through SoundCloud and doing that kind of way, they're having such a connection with their fans because this middleman, the record labels, aren't getting in the way of that. It's really cool to see just how you can have a connection with so many people just by uploading a little video to YouTube and having no one else interfere with what you're doing.
I'd rather sit online and reply to the fan art. Fuck a sports car coming through in a Raptor. Tell you what I like, farm life on the tractor. Fake life's up online, suck a fat one. You don't wanna buy into that, none of that, son. Sitting in the garden, 98 in the Datsun. Seen some hot summers, but I still remember that, son.
That's so, dude, I love that. It's so many summers, but I still remember that song. Bro, this is long as fuck. He just keeps going. He just keeps going. It's like, I think it's just like multiple songs in. Oh, it's like not really multiple songs in one because there's not like really chorus, but.
I make millions off of my pain, cause I know a few million still living that way. Healing with the hurt that they should know they don't deserve. It hit deep cause I hit the nerve. Only way that the sheep learn, with the street firm in my ways. I don't wanna change, everything just stay the same. Who you trying to convince you understand, can't maintain. Let the lights dim, some get the charm main. Flex, get the tape right up at night. Why these men be nice to my face, be nice. I ain't trying to be a gangster, it ruins my vibe. Rather stay low key and on my phone bleed. Never need a trophy or a showpiece. Never show peace in a North Face fleece. Showcase this like a goat might flip, cause the sign might fit to the start. I'm sick. Now you see where I come from, they're all dumb. Only achievement in life is the Jordans. Committing petty crimes out of boredom, can't afford them, so I stole it. Need a Rolex on the door lit, don't make sense. Need to get yourself a job, it's a poor man's game. Trying to sit and pray to God, he ain't sorting out your problems, gotta sort them out yourself. Used to tell us fables, now I'm writing them myself. Cause we're all like animals, we all just need some help. Cathartic, I'm an artist, trying to put my heart in. Felt double crossed like Leo in Departed for the knowledge I'm
feeling double crossed like Leo in Departed. So all of the talking about just like committing, doing stupid stuff and like stealing, like of all things, bro. If you're gonna steal something, please don't be like Jordans. That's literally the most useful thing to steal. That's like literally, there's like no reason to, like literally. I love that he talks about, like I understand people that like are like try to like steal food or like steal like shit to like feed their baby or stuff like that, but never sit there like stealing Jordan. Like that's one of the stupid shit like to do. Like it messes up your whole life for like a pair of like a materialistic. I could never understand stealing a materialistic. Like, bro, if you're like out there starving and something like that, I could understand somebody like going through it and being like, damn, I need to like, bro, I'm trying to swipe some food or something like that. I understand that 100,000, 1,000,000%. Like materialistic items, I can never understand stealing because what. Like you're poor, bro. If you can't like afford, like just don't have Jordans. Like it's not like, you know, I don't understand like the fascination with materialistic items. Never really have. But I don't know. That's just me. I mean, that's just me.
I got it all free, but my hunger kept me starving like I'm fiending for the feed. I just need a reason, see me bleeding for my creed. Tricky with the words like I keep them up my sleeve. Picking where I fit, I see me sitting with the queen. I ain't doing it unless you used to saying please. Let me float a bit before I sting them with the bees. They're trying to kill us with disease. Why does it feel like they have the same notebook and the same four looks? Like the rain won't touch on their face, so sus when they lie, don't trust, not a minor. Plus no fuss, I just move through the game like must. Something in my way, I adjust till I take free form, like the shape free fall till I bust. Remember 21, brother gave no fucks. Trying to project when them looks. In the projects, in the objects, us. In my own way, never gave me love. Should've never started this, broken hearted kid. Jarred up the feelings till I stole the lip. Don't wanna relish in the pain, but I can't resist.
I love how much this is like literally. So this got leaked by his like cousin or whatever on SoundCloud or something like that. I love that this is just literally him kind of just. I feel like this is like therapy. Like I said, a lot of musicians, they use their music as therapy. This is just one long huge therapy session. That's just how I take this. He's not like taking it like super serious. Like he's not trying to like be like, I'm a rapper now. You know what I mean? He's just literally made, I think, this for fun. Well, not fun, like fun basically, because he's like trying to release everything that's kind of like built up, and this is his best way to like, I think, express himself is through his music. And this was, it would be like weird if it was like a 24-minute, like he's not gonna just like sing, you know what I mean? He's not gonna be singing 24 minutes about all his issues. So I feel like this was the easiest way to make music, but then also express himself. It was like rapping. He's singing a little bit.
Trying to be a leader, been selling out since Jesus. My rhymes are full of readers between the lines like Father Time. I fought with Mother Nature till they get the connotation. Tell them live the life, and then I live the life adjacent like it's supposed to play the patient. Alone in my own spaceship, always trying to find greatness. Still defying lines.
I love that. Alone on my own spaceship, always trying to find greatness.
Shining light like Kylo, I'ma kill it all the time. Aging like I'm wine, aging in my face, but still my race you can't define. Focused on defiance, I'ma fight it while it's live. Started something sick and on my mind is what's next. Just became a dad, so now I'm taking all the checks. Better know I'm staying, I need paying like it's debt. I'ma get it done.
I love that. Just became a dad, so I'm taking all the checks. Better know I'm staying and paying like it's debt. That's so fucking legit, bro.
Swear down, I ain't messing around till I'm the best. Speaking in full sentences, you should have thought about a strategy before you went to the stratosphere. About this, when the rings around Saturn, this ain't a battle, I'm sat on here. Casually doing magic, I heard them, the sounding tragic. I think you could do some practice until that you get the blacklist. Not pull like a Z-list actress, fooling them like a catfish, schooling them like a legend. Happy to be the rest.
Oh, fucking, that's such a pull like a catfish. That's so fucking dope, too. Oh my god, schooling like a legend. Bro, I love this. I love so much wordplay.
Like iridescent, leaving them all guessing. Leaking out of my brain like a pipe I ain't fixing. Shining like a star, you can see it from a distance.
I'm shining like a. That's so dope, too. Shining like a star, you can see her from the distance.
I'm just different. Certain stages to this level ain't here because of favors to the devil. Fuck a label, I'ma do this from the ghetto. Clean up like I'm Detto. I'm the man to put the bet on. Sight smart like a weapon. This is my kind of setting. I write the word I'm sat in while these others live on hype. I see no fighting how they type. The fruit is ripe for the taking. I think I might. Let me
This is so sick. I love this part of the song. This is fucking cool.
Eccentric things I mention like a kid stuck in detention trying to escape. I'm just spitting what is written on the next page. Spitting image of my dad in his young days. Born sinner, when I'm livid I say fuck's sake. Done running, I'm too cunning with no plumbing, the water works. I sung something that resonates. I thought it first like giving birth to the parrot perch. They see me do it and they know it works. Don't know what's worse, the way that you live your life or the way that you write a verse. Should be nervous, you don't deserve it. What scratched the surface? I'll leave a crater and lift the dirt up to find the hurting. Can't know for certain, nothing is guaranteed. Trying to be a better person than the world deserves to see. Cause I see a lot of sharks still swimming in these seas, ceasing to rest. What's the reason it's theft? Are these the kind of kids that we're bringing up next? Distorted reality, all they needed was family. Too hard at their face to see what the damage is. I don't wanna
Pause this. You'll be nervous, you don't deserve it. We'll scratch the surface, leave it can know for certain things, nothing guaranteed. Try to be a better person than the world deserves to see, because I get a whale shark. See a whale shark swimming in the sea, ceases to rest. What's the reason? And these kind of kids we're bringing up next to sort of reality, all they need for family to see what the damage is. He's such a he's I love he loves family. I think that's my favorite part about him, is how much he like values family and understands that family is literally everything. I love that like he does all this music stuff and he's like so famous, but like the most important thing to him still is family. Like, I love the line talking about him like he's gonna take care of his kid like he's in fucking debt. Like that's like his, like he's in debt now. Like he's like, that's his job, that's his thing, to take care of his children. So he's gonna take all these checks and make sure like they're taken care of and like do all this for the rest of his life. I love so many people have kids and they don't act like they're like in debt to like you fucking have the kid, right? So like it's not like they act like the kid is like, they treat the kid, I don't know if, hopefully your parents don't do this. If they do, I'm so sorry. They're like, okay, they have the kid and they're like, they think the kid, since they had the kid and then took care of it for a little bit, they're like, okay, well, you're in debt to me now. Like, if your parent does that, I'm sorry, but you don't deserve it like that. Literally, your parent is in debt to you. Like, your parent needs to take care of you. You know, they brought you into this world. Like, that's their job. And I love that. That's like a strong point for him. His family's always been so important to him. I think that's probably my favorite, for sure. Like, I was gonna say it again, that's my favorite thing about him, is just him taking care of his family and making sure they're okay.
All they needed was family to out of their face to see what the damage is.
I don't wanna be a part of this. No, I don't wanna be a part of this.
Sometimes I ask the questions too deep to form a sentence. To this form, is this the norm? Is this the sentence? I feel defenseless. I played the set list and all my sweat, blood and tears forgot to mention. Feeling lost, going off into different sections. I feel like love wrecked it. If it's not a drug, why am I waiting for the next fix? Affected. Can't believe that you left this. I guess I'll leave with the best wish.
I don't know what he's referring to. If it's not a drug, why am I wanting for the next fix? Affected. I can't believe you left it.
Next, I'm fine for the lectures. We see it all full spectrum. Cause if we're falling down, we can fall down together. Staircase to heaven, mirror down the middle like 11. Resentment on one side, it won't settle.
Mirror down, dude. That was so fucking dope too. Hold on, bro. Mirror down the middle like 11. That's so sick.
It won't settle. Mind fried, but talking sense. They ain't got a sense of themselves in them rich ends. Need to spell it out for them dickheads. I'm here for this, so witness. I know you feel afflicted, but you always love it with me. While I'm laughing at you, you think you're laughing with me. I try
damn,
so they don't fit me. My body thrown from this new to this old city. I'm sick of sitting on my own, feeling so shitty. I've been on roads where it's cold and the snow hitting. It's okay to be yourself, sitting talking to myself. I've been walking for the longest, just need a little rest. No, I ain't the strongest, I can feel it in my chest. Talking about my feelings and of me to get the best. They ain't leaving, see it breathing in my breath. Till death do us part, it's just seated in my heart like a work of art. Never winning, I'm just scarred, can't begin it from the start. Do I play a part in the rhythm of the night? I guess I'm onto something cause the dark's feeling right. Every cloud got a lining, put my own miles in like Morales. Figured that they're jealous that they could just never tell us to change, because the weather never made me question whether or not I'm at that level. Got rid of all the bullshit sitting in my way. Most of them are full of shit, I see it every day. Are you hearing the same things that I do? Maybe that shit's hidden like haiku. How much do you pay for them to hype you? Recycle your flaws, but they ain't like new. Leaving them conceited and full of diesel like engines in need of cleaning. The
I love you talking about so maybe that shit like Kaiku. How much do you pay for them to hype you? That's so fucking dope. I love that. Recycle your flaws, but they ain't like new. Leaving it conceited, like a full diesel of it. My god, man.
will be revealing. Even though we ain't racing the facts, now we've been facing the cactus with spikes, needing spaces, different faces, the same story. A full body like straight body, direct to your system. Could never tell them we missed them, not even with the thoughts we gift them, cause they just take advantage. Guess we're caught in the system. My soul pouring out details of borrowed time. Had enough of a field, this is for sorrow time. I'm seeing visions of heaven, I seen the severed line between the gospel they speak and when they're telling lies. Remember telling a friend of mine, you sent a mine, identified like a third eye. Got a habit of knowing now where the dirt lies, so benign. I ain't sober after 9, in the fuck the minds. Why you flipping out? See another. Trying to rep it from the city. Fuck a chiller crew, repping for the nitties. Trying to keep us down. Raised on the social, don't wanna let us out of the system. Me, I insist.
That's so 9. I ain't sober after 9. I fuck their minds. Why you flipping out? See another. Try to rep it from the city. Fucking chiller crew, repping for the nitties. Trying to keep us down. Raised on the social, don't want to let us out of the system. I insist we assist them. Me alone putting shifts until I lift them.
We assist them. Me alone putting shift till I lift them. I know it's hard, that's why I like it. I'm fit to fight it. I'm from the north. I'm back in Tyson. It's been decided. Don't see no light. They're needing guiding, just be defining. Realizing I'm realigning in full finance. They say silence can be louder. I'm juiced up with no powder. I fix shit like Slick Spanner. Gone green like Bruce Banner. So free Gaza on my banner. The real McCoy,
I love that, man.
to toy with. Signify peace like a Japanese koi fish. How did this happen? We're moving backwards in our timeline, killing us with cyanide. Riot for the freedom till we transform like Ironhide. This was back.
That's so fucking true, man. I love that, man. I love that. In our time, how did this happen? We're moving backwards in our timeline, killing with cyanide. Right up for like how are we fucking killing people like that, man? How are we going backwards like that? Like, it's just so fucking terrible. It's so terrible, bro. It's so terrible. I love the free Gaza line too in the previous. Mac Tyson decided, don't see no light. They need guiding, just refining, realigning in full finance. They decided silence can't be light. I'm juiced up and no powder. I fixed shit. Split banner gone green like Bruce Banner. So free Gaza on my banner. That's so fucking dope, man. I love that so much. That was smooth. That was smooth for sure. That Spanner banner was smooth, bro. The Bruce Banner.
The real McCoy, I ain't nothing to toy with. Signify peace like a Japanese koi fish. How did this happen? We're moving backwards in our timeline, killing us with cyanide. Riot for the freedom till we transform like Ironhide. This was about my feelings. The way that I move affects the fate that I'm sealing. Can't say nothing without something being on the page. Kept inside the pen like the bars have been kept caged. See.
I love that move fix that fate I'm stealing. Can't say nothing with that same something being on the page, kept inside the pen like the bars that have been kept caged. Like, it's just like it's all kept inside. Like, he has like to keep it. It's like it's locked up. Like, he has to keep it inside. I think that's so inside the pen, like the bars, kind of like referencing prison bars that have been caged. Like, that's so sick, man. He's really good at those.
I always had a plan since I was young. We had nothing, man. Now it's been a few years since I had seen the fam on foreign lands. About to climb Everest in the avalanche. Right into the riddles as soon as you were born. Never asking the question cause it's the norm. See, I'm on a questioning session like the man. I got a method to teaching a lesson. Listen to MF Doom, he taught me like Raza Ghul. Felt like living in Gotham, the people were rotten.
I love the I love that he references Batman too.
It's never forgotten. Chilling at the top, but we came from the bottom. Writing and jotting for them life by spotting the difference.
Growing out of blue. Sun haven't seen where tomorrow will rise. Time playing games in my mind. I swear these days just passing by. Train goes on the tracks, no turns out the time. My thoughts are clouded in flames. Don't know where we're going, got no way of knowing. Only see what's in my way. Can't fade away, so we can say this. It's on my brain these days. It's on my brain these days.
They're hitting on Palestine's ways. Don't own no palace, playing Prince on the Steinway. Sending out mind waves, stop them like crime waves. Freedom fighter, yellow metal is my name. Like vipers, I see the sly ones. The snake that's called Biden. None of them abiding by what they might put in writing. We should be used to it by now.
You know, he's a snake. The snake that's called Biden. I mean, like, I knew, like, I knew he was gonna be on the side of Israel. He's literally the most pro-Israel politician, one of the most pro-Israel politicians we've literally ever had in my life. Like, I know there are some, like, the whole, like, most of the United States is is pro-Israel. There are a couple called politicians like AOC and they're pro-Palestine, of course, but like he's a snake. Like Biden, literally, he's a politician. That's what politicians really are. He just says whatever he needs to. I love that the snake that's called. Like I knew, like he's not like in that sense. Like yeah, he's very pro. He always has been. None of them abiding what they might put in writing. But I don't know what that's what I'm trying to figure is what he means by Joe Biden like putting, because he would never like he never like would be pro-Palestine. Like that's what I'm trying to like what he put in writing. Maybe just time plays Prince by the side. Like I don't know what he means by that, because I don't know. Like Joe Biden's very like he's not gonna be like, oh, yo, I'm a right like pro-Palestine. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because he's pro-Israel for sure, like forever. You know what I mean?
Yellow metal is my name, like vipers. I see the sly ones, the snake that's called Biden. None of them abiding by what they might put in writing. We should be used to it by now. Say whatever for the vote and then just choose another route. Say they never kill another unless that brother's skin is brown. I'm just telling you the
facts. It's true. I mean, yeah, I understand, but yeah, definitely. Like he's very he acts like he's pro. He acts like he's like very progressive, but he really not. He's very moderate. He's low-key like a Republican. Like I'm sorry, like he's just very. He's not like he doesn't. He's just a politician, man. He's really good fuck. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. You see it, like he wouldn't see. He voted to go into Iraq. Like he doesn't give a fuck about people in the Middle East. He really doesn't. He doesn't really give a fuck about anyone. Like he's a politician. He really just for his own self gain. He's his own self. Literally, I would never have voted for Joe Biden, but Donald Trump was literally a million times worse, and that's the only reason I voted for Joe Biden. Like literally, he's literally. Like half the shit he's for is literally the same shit Donald Trump's for. Donald Trump was just so fucking radical that I had to vote for Joe Biden. But Joe Biden's literally a terrible person. He's a racist. He's literally he's a bad person. He's a bad person for sure. But yeah, let's keep going.
Truth naked to bare bones in my thoughts lately. Spitting politics while donning it. Shit just gets me vexed, and now I'm sitting down to think of it. Feeling on the brink of it, whatever it is. Figure out some shit, at least it feels that way. Talk about my feelings and I don't feel so strange. Finding solace as some promise in Metropolis, but being honest, can't write a sonnet without some pain.
Can fade away, so you can say this on my brain. Can fade away, so you can say that it's been on my brain today.
That was sick. Yeah. Like I said, free Palestine. If you look at their population, it's mostly fucking children. They literally, their missiles are recycled missiles, that Israeli missiles that didn't go off, and they recycle them and use them themselves. They are getting their homes taken. They were literally there first. You can see they were there first. I don't give a fuck about what a book says. I don't like. I really like a religious thing of it. I don't really care that when religious people think that it's their holy land, they should be there. Fucking they were there first. They don't need to be kicked out of their homes. I think they need to, and they're treated as second-class citizens. They're mostly children. Israel's a fucking superpower backed by the United States. They get all this money. They get rockets. They get all this military equipment. They're literally bullying. Like they're like, oh my god, look at the terror. They have literally anti-missile system. Palestinian people, they have none of that, dude. They have none of that. They just fucking get hit by rockets. And I understand that Hamas, they do like they shoot rockets and they kill people, right? I understand that. But the Palestinian people are not Hamas. You can't group them all together. And you can't just kill Palestinian people just because of Hamas. Hamas, they're doing their best to, I'm not gonna like sit here and support Hamas. They're trying to do what they think is right. Israel, it's just they're literally a superpower. It's like when the white European settlers came over to the United States or North America, and they literally fucking slayed out all the Native Americans. You know what I mean? Like the Native Americans chilling, and they came and fucking slayed them out. They're like, "Hey, this is our land, we win." And it's like, no. And then they put them in these little, and thank God they got reparations and all that. But they're gonna have to. I don't know how to figure that out. I don't know. But yeah, everyone has a great day. If you're new here, subscribe, click the like button. Let me know if I'm sure I missed a lot. This is a long ass video, long ass rap. So you can inform me. Correct me, whatever. Not trying to say I'm right on everything. So please let me know in the comments. If you're new here, subscribe, click the like button, and I'll see you.